Hi, my name is Stephen Ong. I'm 19 years old and I'm a freshman at Temple University. If I could use one word to describe myself, it would be organized. Um, my biggest strength has always been being able to get tasks done on time and efficiently. I actually worked in an Italian restaurant my junior year in high school, and my coworkers would always tell me how organized I was and how on task I was. So my major is marketing right now, and when I graduate college, I want to do internet marketing. My father's actually doing something called search engine optimization, which is basically getting websites more visible on Google. And I think it's really interesting, and it's something I want to pursue when I'm done. So one of the biggest accomplishments of my life was that I walked on the Temple tennis team this year. To be able to play Division One tennis has been my dream uh, forever now. You know, since I was a little kid, I dreamed of either playing Division One tennis or going pro. Um, but I think academics are important, and it was a wild ride getting here. You know, I started tennis when I was 5 years old, and I used to play 5 hours a day, 6 to 7 times a week. And I would travel to tournaments all across the country, pretty much every weekend. Um, but yeah, when I was about 14 years old, I actually ended up fracturing my right wrist. I had a stress fracture in the growth plate, and that was due to overuse. And so 4 to 5 months later, I had gotten back into it, but then I had to quit again just because my family wasn't financially stable at the time. We just didn't have the funds for me to compete or pay for tennis lessons, which are like all the essentials in tennis. And that had to be one of the lowest lows in my life, just because tennis had been such a high for me. I had so much passion when I played. Tennis is like a place where I belong. It's the tennis court is definitely like my playground. You know, I need tennis in my life, and I hadn't been able to play for a long time. But then this summer, I decided to start playing again. I wanted to be competitive again, and I actually got back into it really easily. You know, it came easier than before. I've actually been playing better now than I ever had back in the day. And I decided to contact the tennis coach, Steve Morrow, and I sent him a video of me playing tennis, and you know, he gave me an opportunity, which is something I've been extremely grateful for, because Division One tennis is something I've dreamed of my whole life, and now that it's coming to fruition, now that I've been able to play tennis on the Division One team, it's more than I can ask for. So it's definitely the biggest accomplishment of my life. So I've learned a lot in a human resource management class. Professor Nelson's been an unbelievable professor and instructor, and I've only been in the class 3 or 4 weeks, but I've already learned a lot so far. I think I've learned a lot about how to be a better leader, how to be more organized in planning and preparation. But I think the most important and the biggest thing I could take away from that class so far is how important preparation and planning is. Especially in my major, or in any business major really, being prepared and understanding what you're getting yourself into is very important. And Professor Nelson talks all the time about her past experiences and how possibly if she had been more prepared, she could have had more opportunities, or it could have helped her more in life. And yeah, I really think it's a big thing, and it's important to be prepared and to plan ahead of time, not to go into the business meetings not knowing what you're talking about, or not knowing anything about products and stuff like that if you're into marketing.